How much is NYSC budget for the year? How much are you supposed to get for feeding? What kind of food did you eat in camp?
Lavarita TV is a special TV. Lavarita TV is the best of all. Educating you, entertaining you, presenting to you reality shows, accurate news. We speak the truth always.
Hello everyone, welcome to Lavarita TV Talk Show. I am Rebecca Amos. I'm not alone in the studio today. Here with me from my left is Mr.
Simon A. Sunday.
And I am Kate Muhammad.
On my right is Mr.
I'm Shugo Emmanuel Adeyemi.
And I am Abike Adetola.
Today on Lavarita Talk Show, we shall be discussing the relevance of NYSC in our country today. Before we begin, I would like to ask us, what is NYSC? Miss Kate, what is NYSC?
Thank you. NYSC is the acronym for National Youth Service Corps and is actually the one-year mandatory service for graduates of higher institutions.
Thank you. Who created NYSC and when was it created? Mrs. Abike Adetola.
Thank you. NYSC was created May 22nd, 1973 by General Yakubu Gowon, who is also the head of the state at that time, and it was created to foster national unity and integration.
Mrs. Abike Adetola, has he achieved his aims for creating NYSC?
I will say yes, because nowadays as a youth and as a once a core member, let me use the popular name for it, corper. During my NYSC days, I met new people. I was able to mingle with new faces, and I learned new things. Like, I've never been to the south before because I did my orientation camping at Enugu State. So I saw a new thing because I've always been in Kaduna, Niger, and all that. So I can say yes.
All right, Mr. Simon, what are the aims of creating NYSC in Nigeria?
The aim of creating NYSC in Nigeria was to endow the Nigerian youth with basic skills that will help them develop and contribute to their own quota to the economy of the nation. Are they contributing to their own quota? What basic skills have they achieved? Have they been able to use that to foster, to help the economy of this country? Well, to me, no. Because if you look at the present trend now we have concerning the NYSC, after the days of the NYSC, everything will go down low. Nobody talk of any other achievement. What he learns from the NYSC, look at insecurity, unemployment, and what of you? I think the aim has not been achieved.
Mr. Shogo, do you think NYSC is relevant in our society today?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I would say categorically and emphatically, NYC to me, in my own personal opinion, is a jamboree, is a facade, is just like a waste of time. How would somebody that has been paid every month for 1 year, you just stop paying him? What do you expect that person to do after that 1 year? It's also another avenue for people to siphon funds. Government officials use NYSC as a conduit pipe to suck our nation dry. Now you might want to say that it's an avenue to teach, to learn skills. Please, what skills are they teaching? What skills, Miss Abike, have you learned from NYC? You said yes, the CDS, you guys do that every Wednesday. What skills have you been able to use that skill to? Have you been able to monetize that skills you learned from NYC? I'm asking you.
I would say that's part of this saying NYC is used to siphon funds. I would say that is just an excuse because it's not only NYSC that they use to siphon funds now.
In this context, we are talking about NYSC.
I would say no, because
how much is NYSC budget for the year? How much are you supposed to get for feeding? What kind of food did you eat in camp?
That is
Why is there a mommy market in the NYSC when there's supposed to be food for you to eat?
Comes in.
Who is going to reform
The
NYSC?
same government you are talking to that they should scrap it is the same government you will talk that they should.
In my opinion, NYSC is not relevant.
NYSC is very, very much relevant.
Miss Rita, Miss Kate, he said NYSC is to foster national unity. For crying out loud, is Nigeria more united now or is more polarized?
Okay. Thank you for that question.
Yes.
NYC is an avenue to foster unity.
How?
Because when you check, like maybe in the camp setting, you get to meet new faces, you get to make friends, and the friendship doesn't really end just in the camp.
If I go to watch football, I meet new faces. It's not only via NYC that I can meet new faces.
Yeah.
Understand that?
But do you know NYC deals with a lot of relevant things? Because when we talk about the skill acquisition that Mr. Samuel talked about earlier, when you attend, I'm so sure you attended the side classes. During the side classes, we have the tie and dye, which is the adire, and we also have the tailoring. Okay, let me use myself as a case study. During the NYC, the camp orientation course, I was able to attend the tailoring classes, and I didn't just stop from there. I think I grew the love and passion from there. And even after my service, I still went for my training because just going for that 3 weeks orientation camp, I was able to gain more passion for tailoring stuff.
Okay, now I asked one valid question. Aside from you gaining passion or learning that tailoring, right? Have you been able to monetize that skill you learn?
Yes.
They are paying you 7,000. Which they said they'll pay you guys since last year. Okay, they finally paid you. They finally paid this month. 2 chicken is off.
They kept to their price.
7,000 naira cannot buy a bag of rice.
Let's forget about the part of bag of rice.
No, you being a copper.
Are they paying
Nigeria is supposed to take care of you.
No.
You are Nigerians, baby.
Allowance. They never said salary.
Okay, without
allowance.
Salary, end of the month is the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
How is it not the same thing?
This is allowance, not salary. When they say allowance, it's more like just to assist you.
Excuse me, let me come in here.
Okay.
We are talking about skills here.
Yes.
Skills acquisition.
Of course.
Does the government really create avenue for those skills acquisition which you have acquired during your training to be really effective, contributing to the economy?
Very valid.
Why the Japa syndrome?
No.
If these skills are really working,
Why does people want to?
It is our own mentality. It is the
No,
mentality.
It's not.
No, we are talking about a system that should be working.
You with or without NYC, people still Japan.
Of course.
That's just it.
It will be reduced if those things are utilized very well. Imagine now. Wait, hold on. Imagine now if 7,000 naira, if you times it in 12 months. If the government give me that money, I'll have close to 700,000. If I use 700,000 to start fish farming, I'll be a millionaire in 1 year.
Let us remember the context. They said the NYSC was to contribute to the economy of the nation.
How is it contributing?
They have done that.
No. Even the side for crying out loud is to make paint that will not give me materials, will not give me finance to do.
And that is why the allowance is there. If they pay, okay, for example,
So is it-
they are
it's
paying
like-
3,000
imagine-
before, and now it's not 77.
Okay. I will leave my father's house after graduating, suffering for 5 years, and I'll go to one village who is supposed to take care of me in that
And
village.
that is why we said the case of revamping comes in, not
Please,
scrapping.
who is revamping King?
The
You know,
government, of course. The government you are telling to scrap it, they will be the one to revamp it.
government cannot revamp
They will.
anything because they are getting them money from
It's
there.
a lie. They can.
But wait, Mr. Shugo,
Yes,
you
thank
kept
you.
talking about siphoning. But do you actually understand that it's not only NYC that siphons money?
One aspect we are
other
talking
offices,
about,
government
yes.
offices that siphon.
Why I'm
So
more
with or
concerned
without
about
NYSC
NYC is because now corruption starts from primary, secondary, and also to the tertiary as in universities, right? Now I'm more concerned about NYC because fine, before you get posted to somewhere, you work your posting. Don't you guys do that?
That's the beginning of corruption.
Thank you very much. So that's what we're talking about.
And that is what they are actually worked their posting.
Most people I know work their posting.
Use myself as a case study. I was
we are
posted
talking
to
about
Bauchi
majority
and I read
here.
there.
We are
No,
talking
You know about
majority.
this.
We all know.
Even to get a good place to be posted to, you need to pay. Don't
No,
you?
we all know the reason why
Eh?
this case of not changing relocation happens. We
Why?
all know, and that's
Why?
why we are saying they should revamp it.
What is your
Insecurity
reason?
is part of it.
I not think
I'm
it's
coming.
insecurity. We'll
It's
still come
part
to
of
insecurity.
the
Those
end-
are reasons why
the end-
NYSC
the
should be
end-
cracked.
the
No,
end
How
of
would I
this
leave?
NYSC.
How would I leave my
They
fine
need to
Lagos
do-
and now go to
Alright,
Maiduguri?
alright,
All for one person
let
to
me
come and
come
kidnap me.
in.
It's not better to stay in my
And that's
Lagos.
why the case of insecurity comes
Let
in.
me
That's
come
why
in
they will
now.
do something about it.
They will do something. Who is
Let me
doing
come
what?
in. Let me come in. So, Mr. Shogo Emmanuel, while talking, you stated something that will 77K get you a bag of rice and stuff like that. All right. Do you know that though it's not everybody that has this, but some people have their own ways of utilizing money. Okay, people have their own means of utilizing money. You can't just be paid 75 or 77K for alawi and you just go and get a bag of rice with it. You utilize it.
What I sorry to cut you.
Hello, you are staying alone in the camp. Who are you getting one bag of rice for? Like, I don't get.
Okay. Very valid question, but it's not that valid. In the
Okay.
sense that now you're not staying in the camp, you're staying alone in one village. Me saying 77,000 means it's just one thing 77K can buy for you as a Nigerian for working for 30 days. Now, we're not talking about other condiments, other ingredients you use, not talking about your cream, your soap, even clothes you wear.
Mr. Shugo, what
Mr.
you are
Shugo,
saying
I'm going-
it's not relevant.
It is
let me
relevant.
come in.
Who is going to take care of you?
Because if you cannot spend 77K
And you are-
wisely, definitely if they pay you more than that, you will not spend
Why
it
are we
wisely.
not looking at the entire
You will
context of
not.
the NYSC? We are just focused. We are just
While
focused on
communicating,
the.
let's maintain decorum, okay? You give
It's
space
okay.
for your
This
partner
topic
to
is a
say
very, very
something.
hot topic that
Okay.
needs to be handled.
Like back to back.
Yes. So seriously, I feel it's not about being prudent in spending.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Definitely, I can say. What I'm just trying to say is that money is not enough. Instead of you giving me that money, why don't we just join it? Okay, now let's join like me and Mr. Simon now. Okay, we're very good in agriculture.
Okay.
Instead of giving us that 77,000 for a month, why don't you, okay, two of you guys are good, set up something for us, give us like 5 million,
Yes.
monitor us, give us things we need,
Yes.
and give us like a timeline in 1 year.
Yes.
We'll pay back that
Yes.
that 5 million.
You
No.
Please, can I ask you a question?
You can ask.
How much is the minimum wage in Nigeria now?
It's 70,000
So why
for
do you
government
think,
workers.
good? And do you know most of these government workers, they are married people.
Mhm.
You see a man with 5 children, but he's still contented working for that 70,000 naira you just spoke about. So now talk about a youth. You're just to do it for just 12 months, and you are paid 77.
Now what now
and it's even
happened?
above the minimum wage of the country. So I
What
think
now
you should balance
happened?
it up.
What now happened if that 77K stops? Now, crime, for those that are not contented, according to you, crime rates will increase. And you know, joblessness is on the high rate.
Is it government that asked them not to?
Now,
pay them
now,
themselves?
Why
That
can't
is
okay?
why-
Do you know about something they call
Excuse me,
Empower?
excuse me,
I would
Mr.
prefer
Shogo.
Empower even than NYSC.
Let me come
Empower
in.
is just
Let me
30,000.
come in this way.
But
Let me
it's
come
not-
in this way. Many people are more focused on the terms of the NYSC. The aim of this NYSC is not just to train you to survive for 12 months. You are being trained to survive for lifetime.
Of course.
Why do we base our own contention on just 12 months? That is why the system is not working.
Okay, do you mean that the government should feed the youth for a lifetime? Like they should continue?
No, we
paying
talk
them?
about skills, about contributing to the economy of the nation. You understand? We are to exhibit characters that will make even our youth
Now,
that
now,
are overseas
now,
want
Mr.
to come back to
Mr.
Nigeria.
Simon.
These are one of the major objectives. You understand, of the
Mr.
NYSC.
Simon, you know that skills is meant for you to build more on it. It doesn't just end in the orientation camp. No, it doesn't just end at the
Why
orientation
the
camp.
why
You
the
can
massive
build more on it.
unemployment?
And that is it now. It's not
Why
for
is the
youth.
massive
It is not
joblessness?
for the
But do you know the
government.
problem with the youth? Most people tend to wait for white collar jobs.
Ah,
And that was the main reason why the government created skill acquisition. So that even if you don't have the major income to apply for those jobs, you
Look,
can
for
actually
crying out loud.
Look at
Why
these
would I learn a
accusations. When
skill
you go there, you
and I
still
don't
find
have the
coppers
money?
that have
what
been
is
trained.
7K for?
You still
70K,
find coppers that have
70K
been
is
trained
not
on
for
those
that
meant for
But
position.
do you know that this
For your
skill
PV.
acquisition, you don't pay for it? It's free.
Seriously.
Yes, it's free.
Okay.
Accepted.
If you are
It's
trained,
free.
if you
Now,
are trained as a copper, you did not use the skills. Are you going to use the one you acquired in skills acquisition?
That's your choice.
You
It's your
understand?
choice now.
So
Then
we are
this
trying
is
to
also-
we are trying to
you
make
guys
you
know
see how
about
irrelevant,
money.
how
That's your
irrelevant
choice
this youth service is inefficient.
It is very, very,
I don't
very
see
efficient.
it like it's
Mr.
not
Samson,
working.
you are meant to build on it.
can you tell me one
You
major
build on it.
thing you achieved as a copper?
As in my marriage. Let
Wow.
everybody hear now. Because as at that time, we were paid 33K, not even 77K. If it's even now, sir, I'm very
So
sure
Nigeria
that
paid you money to get married.
wait. They paid me money as my allowance.
Okay,
What
and you
I
saved
do
it.
with
No
it-
wonder you've been
I-
attacking me that you approved it. You were saving to get married. Now
I would
Nigeria's
have clapped
resources are
hands for
using
you
it
if
for
you
marriage.
told me you
Instead of
gather
getting
the
you
money and open
set
a
up
shop
something.
I
where you
decided not to.
employ another
Why
person.
don't you use that money to
decided
set
not
up a
to.
shop?
You
What skill
understand?
did you learn?
I decided I learned facilitator, how to make facilitator. Because I studied my course
I
focused
meant
on time
you
and
how
time.
to make a facility. Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
how to make facilitator, how to make a bid and leg bid.
Okay.
That was
That
what I
is a
actually
very
focused on.
big business.
Of course.
Now you use Nigeria's money to get married.
Mhm.
If you had invested that money,
No,
in
I
your
thought you
business-
said it's not relevant now.
I'm going somewhere.
Okay,
If you are no,
like
we are behind. We're not talking about the 7K now.
Okay.
No, I asked you what major thing did you achieve as a copper, and you
and
said
I'm
marriage.
saying- Wait now.
Marriage.
I
It's
said you did not even
irrelevant.
allow me to.
It's
But that's what you
irrelevant.
said. You said marriage.
It's
You did not
irrelevant.
allow me to complete my system before you just.
So
that is
Nigeria is
personal
just telling you to
achievement.
get married.
I'm
That's a
now
personal
Wait,
achievement.
you wait and hear
What's
from
my
her.
point now?
Okay.
Let's get
Okay.
your point out.
Please.
Now the 33K.
Mhm.
Out of the 33K, I was able to save at least 10,000 naira every month for that
Wow,
1
you
year.
are the only child. You don't have siblings.
But okay,
Are
but
they going
is
to
the
depend on
allowance
you
is the allowance
to
meant for me to take care of my siblings?
Okay, nice
No,
one.
it is meant for me to use it to take care of myself. That is what the allowance is meant for.
Okay, to take care of yourself.
Now, the 33K out of it, I save 30,000 naira every month. And that is 1 year. Is that 120,000 naira?
Mhm.
Now, the 120,000 naira, I decide I want to use it. It actually came up when my wedding, we were planning for my wedding. And I decide I would use the money. I'll pour the whole money into my wedding whole thing, preparation and everything. I can also decide that 120,000 naira, I want to use it to invest in a business or any other thing. So why I'm saying that NYSC cannot be described is because that 77,000 naira or 33K, whatsoever they are paying, it all boils down to the youth. If they can be paying you 77,000 naira or 33K and you cannot manage it well, or
You
even
can just
account
talk for
it towards
yourself.
it is not
Don't
just talk
put
for
it on
yourself.
yourself. The way you manage
Okay.
as a northerner is different from someone that is from the south.
It's still the same thing.
It's
No
not.
matter how you shoot.
No,
be
you
able to
guys now
say
said
something.
NYSC is to foster national unity,
Okay.
blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Nigeria is not united. Nigeria
And
of
is
today
that
is
the
not
fault of the
united.
NYSC?
Yes,
That's
because
what
if
I'm
he's not
saying.
able
Okay,
to
the
make,
NYSC.
okay, you
One
just
of the
said
major
when
aims.
you got to the
It's
camp,
not- it's
you
the
met
name and they are
people,
achieving it.
you met people of diverse cultures and
Culture.
ethnic groups,
Yes.
right? Now, are you guys connected? You guys related, right?
course.
Now, why are we still not united? Is it not since you guys have met? Okay, it's supposed to even foster intermarriage
Of
also,
course,
yes.
like
right?
has been.
Yeah.
A lot.
There are
So
a lot of marriages that you see Yoruba,
Yes,
Igbo,
I'm
Hausa.
still coming there. Right? It's supposed to foster all those. But why is it that after that, once it's just as if like what you learned from the camp ends in the camp. Once you leave there, that's why I'm more interested in stressing that point that 77K or whatever just ends there. That 1 year is just like a free gift.
Wait, are you trying to
You
say the
understand?
unity stops at the
Yes.
camp?
That's what I'm
Yes.
And what about the
Yes.
lifetime
Yes.
friends we meet?
Yes, then if you made that lifetime friends,
Okay.
your friends are supposed to also take your message home, right? And also,
Which they did.
okay, now let's assume I'm a Yoruba guy now,
Okay.
right? And I went to camp, let's say in Maiduguri. I'm supposed to learn their cultures, know how they behave, and all that. But still, today, you see an Igbo person, you say, I don't have anything to do with an Hausa guy.
Yeah.
Why? If NYSC was to achieve its aim, that thing would not have been there.
But you know, this one is
NYSC
not the
is
fault of
NYSC
NYSC.
is targeted at the youth.
It's not the fault of
Right?
NYSC.
And the youth are the one that is to take that message across all 30 70
Still, it's
something
not the
local
fault of
governments.
NYSC.
No, when you check
Then what
at
is
the end,
NYSC
It is
when
not
you
the
check,
fault of NYSC.
look at
Okay,
look
let
at
me
look at this.
counter what you
If you
said.
check at the ends of this NYSC,
Yes.
there are 3 points that are need to be mentioned here.
Okay.
One, we have insecurity.
Okay.
You understand? We have unemployment and we have corruption.
And that's why
You understand? So the aim of this NYSC
Okay.
was to
It's not
build the
being
minds of the youth to take it back to the community. You understand? Then
You
to
people
build
even
a
forgot,
different mindset
actually,
for the
why was
people in the
NYSC
community.
created? You guys didn't mention it very well.
Yes.
NYSC was created immediately after the Civil War.
Of course. Yes.
What was the
Immediately
essence of it?
after the Civil War, so
To
that to
reconstruct.
reintegrate
To reconstruct
people
and to rebuild the
Thank
nation.
you. Now, 73, close to 50 years now, or
Yes.
so. As how is Nigeria now?
It is not the fault of NYSC.
Can
You
we
keep
no, no,
saying
no.
it's not the
We are-
fault of the
we are-
NSC.
we are-
Then it is not the fault of NSC. What is NYSC doing?
What is the essence of the NYSC?
Spent every month in the new
Alright,
budget of the
alright.
NYSC. Yet it's not being achieved.
After
Why are we
something
wasting our
here,
money?
there is no any
Nothing
achievement
to be
that we
achieved.
can
Then
carry
why
forward.
we still pouring money
What's
inside
the
there?
essence?
Okay.
What's
Alright.
the essence of it?
You will stand your
No,
ground because
no,
you
no.
got married with NYSC money.
It is still
So the FDP will stand. It's not an achievement. It's not. It's not. It's not an achievement.
Let me just throw a little light on
It's not an
what
achievement.
Ogo said earlier
Please
about
make it brief.
going to Maiduguri
Yeah.
and meeting people that said they don't want. Okay, let me give you an instance.
Mm.
I got to meet people during my stay in Bauchi. These were like the Westerners and the Easterners. They've never been to the north. And when they came, they were like, "Oh, while I was at home, they said when you just walk here, you see a bomb, and you can't walk at night because there's guns, there are kidnappers, there's everything." So do you know when they came, their mindset changed. So imagine they didn't come, they'll still have that backward mindset. And do you know that then in my lodge, for instance, most of them don't understand Hausa. So we as those that stay in the north, we're more like the middlemen. But do you know before most of them left for service, at least they know what is go, come. And you know, with that, they'll go back to their place and they'll want to
I
do you
beg to
understand?
differ on this. I can speak French. I can speak Spanish. I can speak Portuguese. Why? Google is my friend. I don't need one person to teach me.
For sure, you know how to
But
spend
where
your
I'm
time.
going with this
You don't
is
need to
that
spend your time
where I'm
on
going to,
learn
if we are going to be
language.
spending
You are
billions,
spending that
if we are going to be
time.
spending
Okay,
billions
okay,
on
okay.
somebody to
If-
teach me someone's
if-
language,
if-
then what's the end?
You will
There's
you say
unemployment
your
to be
phone-
tackled.
you say Google
There's
is your
insecurity to
What
be
about
to.
someone without an Android phone?
What should the person do?
But that is not
But
even
what
my
should-
concern. My
what should that
concern, my
person do?
concern
What
on
will
what
happen
you
to
are
that kind of
saying
person?
now.
Let
You
us
you
into
getting me?
understand.
Yes.
They
Okay.
came here to really understand that the north is not that horrible as they think.
Yes, it isn't.
But is the message passed?
It's
Thank
Looking
you.
at what
That's
is
my
happening from the
point.
east now.
Thank you. That means
How
everything
many youths
stays.
from the east have come to the north to serve, and yet things have not changed?
Do you know during that time, during my service, a lot of people after they saw everything, I have friends that were bringing from Port Harcourt that were bringing red oils and the rest. And after they saw the way north is and the cost of living is low in the north, most of them were like, okay, why not just stay here and establish myself? Which they did.
It does not mean NYSC will not help you to market your business. Anywhere, even during war, businesses still go on. So you not say it's through NYSC that those people got to know about how life.
For NYC,
No,
would
no.
they have come to the
No,
north?
They
no,
will
no.
not because of
Before
this-
NYSC, there were
No,
different
no,
Igbos in
yes,
different
the news
places.
they are hearing
Most of them are
is
scared.
You understand?
All right. This is really deep and it's getting deeper than I thought. But we'll take a short break now and we will be back.
Lavarita Talk Show. Lavarita Talk Show. Lavarita Talk Show.
Welcome back on Laverita TV Talk Show. All right, Please do well to share your thoughts, your emotions about this wonderful topic. Is NYSC relevant in our today's Nigeria? Share your thoughts on the comment section. Miss Kate, what are those things that you feel should be fixed in our NYSC today?
Okay, thank you. I think the first step to take is educating those at the top. Like Mr. Shogot said earlier, he said the major aim of the NYC officials is to siphon money. Okay, so to tackle his issue, I think the best thing is to educate, checkmate their activities and accounts. And if all that is done, all the corporates, like he said, siphoning, all the corporates involved should be brought to justice. So, and I think the major thing that should be done is giving out loan to youths.
You
Yes.
saying giving back loans to youth, you're now still coming back to my point where I said you can just give, instead of giving them that money every month, you can just join together, get three like-minded heads, and let them establish something that will be profitable to them in the future, not just for 1 year.
Do you
She just exposed the inefficiency of the program.
Yes.
No. Just to tell me that loan is only to be given to NYC. There are other parastatals that give loan. The banks give loan. And it's not necessary that it has to be NYC.
Or from
So,
the
but this
government.
emphasis I'm making it on NYC. And she said what should be included
Yeah.
to make it more. Okay,
Better.
so the thing is giving loan to youth. Okay, since there's this side of a thing, skill acquisition. Okay, if you've done your skill training and everything, okay, I don't have money to start up a business. I don't have enough capital to start up. And the government, this is when the government or the NYC comes into play. Even though during my service there was this grant they were giving to business owners. So I think the thing that can be added to it to make it more advanced in this our today Nigeria is giving out loan to youth. Okay, after your side and after your training, okay, take go and start up life. This is the duration of time the loan should stay when you start paying back. So I think the loan is the major thing.
All right, Mr. Shogo Emmanuel. From the look of things, it seems you are saying NYC is not relevant. All right, if it's not relevant, what do you think is relevant or what should be done in exchange for it?
I would go with the opinion that I feel instead of um adding more money to anyone, I see we should just start up another program like the Empower. Empower is more durable and has more effect than NYC. Like in Empower, I've seen people that through that Empower, they acquired skills that are profitable and they are being used today,
Yes.
till today. But for NYC, just after 1 year, that's all. You don't see anything, you don't see any achievement for me. So I feel, and also NYC, the core aim of NYC is to foster national unity. And if we cannot achieve that, then why is it there? It's no more relevant for today. Okay, now we have the National Orientation Agency. They are supposed to also liaise with NYSC to promote national culture, and also to promote integration. But now NYSC is not in sync with that organization. So why are they there? Why is money being pumped into something that is not achieving its aim? So for me, I'm against it. I feel NYSC should just stay one side. Let's concentrate on Empower. Let's concentrate on something and a program that will be more effective. Okay, now let's imagine we have four like-minded heads. They are good in tech, and they don't have the finance. They don't have money to promote it. Why not join them together? You can just camp like and optionally also, instead of the NYC, that 1 year duration, you can just maybe get people immediately after service, bring them together for 3 months. If you are good in tech, we're going to bring tech experts. They are going to train you for 3 months. After that, we give you some grants. Go and establish yourself. That is more better, and that's more common. It even makes more sense than just investing and keeping some people in 1 year. That is not even safe. How would I leave Lagos now and go to Maiduguri? What happens along the way? What if I get kidnapped? And there are several cases of kidnap. As okay, if I get kidnapped, God forbid now, would the government pay the ransom? No. What about those that while traveling, they got involved in accidents? Some are maimed for life.
You said something now. You said
Yes.
if you get kidnapped, with the government pay ransom.
There are cases
But-
that they've not paid.
But I always hear coppers are government property. Coppers are government property. Does that mean they don't really do that?
That government property is not helping. Now, if in okay, let's imagine now. I'm just saying they post me to a village now. Because I'm government property, one, they will increase house rent for me because they feel government takes care of me, takes care of me. They will increase transportation for me.
Wow.
Feeding is also everything is on the high because they feel yes, every month government is going to pay me, whereas it's just a lie. Government is not paying me. Accommodation for a copper is even more high than normal. Or is it in the camp that you stay?
And that is why I still stand my ground that is why the case of revamping comes in. It can be reformed. The government can reform it.
How
Okay,
would
wait
you
now.
reform
You talked
the,
about you being kidnapped while going for
the
NYSC.
person,
The
being
person,
kidnapped? Yes.
okay, maybe you're someone traveling, you were posted
Yes,
to
yes.
Meduguri, Kaduna, Kano, or anywhere, and you're being kidnapped.
Mm.
Does that mean without you going for NYSC, you cannot be
The
kidnapped?
chances of being kidnapped is slim.
How can you tell me it's slim?
It's very
Okay, for
slim.
example,
If
now,
I don't travel, how will I get kidnapped?
I buy things in the north. I'm not NYSC, I'm not a core member.
Mhm.
I buy things in the north. I buy and sell things in the north. I travel from Lagos down to Kaduna.
You don't need to
And
travel.
wait,
You can just be
there are
busy.
cases you have
You
to
just
travel.
want to travel.
There are cases you have to travel because that is where the case of trust comes in. There are people that they will tell you, okay, this thing I sent to you is good. When you get the goods, it's another story. They will start telling you,
She
I am
mentioned,
sorry, something
She
happened.
mentioned something like coppers being government property. You understand?
Yeah.
The NYSC itself is government property. You see where the inefficiency begin to come in. If the players of this very particular game are not efficient, part of the people,
Yes. How would they be efficient?
you understand?
That
The
is,
people they are training, how
and
will
that
they
is
be
why I still
efficient?
stand that it can
You
be
understand?
reformed.
I'm asking you a
No,
question.
only
Who
thing-
is going to
Okay,
revamp it?
okay,
Is
it's
it
not
the government
it's not
that
the government you're also talking about that they should camp 3 or 4 people together for 3 months.
I'm just
that
giving you
He
guys
said
an
after
opinion.
service, I still made mention of after
it's-
service.
they should camp them
no,
together.
No, I'm not saying
Giving them
after
chance.
service. I'm saying
It's
after
like
your
this.
university
Yeah.
year.
Okay, they
That
should camp them
3 weeks
together.
orientation camp you do,
Okay, now
just stay there. They should just use it, turn it to 3 months.
does that
Yeah.
mean
You understand?
without
Yes.
government you don't have life? Like if there is no government, you don't have life. You can't live your life without government.
Definitely,
We are not
you
against
can
the
live your
government.
life without government. But for now, government is your God.
How can government be your god?
Without government, okay, there's this line they say, nobody fit fight government. Do you
Okay.
know about that?
No, I
No
don't.
matter how,
It's a
there's
problem.
this Tamil rebels in Sri Lanka, they fought government for 44 years.
Okay.
Later, they still came back and sat down and
Okay.
settled. So, government controls your life. If government say you will not move today, you will not move. There's nothing you can do
And
about
that is
that.
why that government that controls life, they are still the same person we are talking to now that they can reform.
How are you talking
and
to
not
them?
the same way you're just talking to them now. That
I'm
they
not
should-
talking to
they should
government.
camp.
Me, I'm just
Camp
telling
together.
them.
No,
I also
you
feel
made mention
that
of
the
national
government can
orientation
reform it.
That was why I
agency.
said
They can
there's
reform it.
okay.
You
What are
understand?
government agents? Every government
They
agency
can
they
do
have
has
their
a
own
role to
functions
play.
and
They
they
have
have
a
their own
role to
role.
play.
If they are in sync, if they are together, they can work hand in hand. What's the role of national orientation? Is it not to promote our culture?
Yes.
Then if they work hand in hand with NYSC, they can foster that national unity.
You said
More.
it.
I am
Work
giving
hand
you
in hand.
guys.
Mr. Shogo,
Yes.
You already said it already.
attended the camp. Do you
Yes.
You know, during the camp days, there were different agencies that came to educate youth.
Yes.
We have the NDLEA,
Yes,
the STC,
yes.
the
Even at
welfare.
that. Okay, go on.
And these same agencies, they have CDS, like the
Road safety
NDLEA,
has its
like
own.
you have-
Yes.
So they are actually working with the NYC.
If they
So I
are
think
working,
that
but we
point
are
is
not
being
seeing.
brought-
No.
One
Well,
change.
are
After
you
they
seeing
want
the
change.
impact?
That's why
I-
After they want
No.
change.
it boils down to
There
the
is
youth.
After they want
It
change.
boils down
What
to
boils
the
down
youth.
to the youth?
But okay, for example, now you said that you feel instead of NYSC, they can just camp 2 or 3 people together.
I'm not
together.
saying
Just
2
like
or
an
3
example.
people.
Like,
I'm
and
citing
that's-
example.
I
3
cited
like-minded people.
I'm building on this example now.
Mhm.
They can camp 3 like-minded people together. They can bring in tech experts to train them more on
Yes.
okay, what happened that after the training and after giving them funds to go into the world, they say go into the world and go and multiply. Give them funds, they should go into the world and showcase what they've been trained about all this. Okay, what happened if they misuse the fund or some they were not
Grant,
able
just the way
they were
the
not able
NYSC is
wait.
being misused.
they were not. What happens if those persons that they've gathered together
This statement
misuse
of
the
I
funds
understand
and
your
also they
question.
did not deliver to the world? Is it now the government fault?
There's no, just
Or
wait,
is
wait.
the which person fault would that be?
They say out of every
It will
12,
be the program.
out of every 12, there's a Judas.
That is the same thing with
You
the NYSC.
can't use
Out
that
of everyone
Judas.
that has been going
But
to
you know-
war
But
now,
because you
know-
guys have
Yeah,
11
yeah,
Judas.
So
yeah,
do
The
you
11 Judas you have.
do you
There
know
are
you
people that
mentioned
this
something that
NYSC have
nobody can fight the
blessed.
government? Do you know you mentioned something like
Yes.
There are people that
if
this
the
NYSC
government
have
will
blessed.
build a strong integrity, are you getting what I'm saying? In the system,
Okay.
even if they give you 20 million and they did not even ask anybody to supervise you,
Okay.
you have no option. You get it? Than to do what is right.
It's still the same thing.
You understand?
It's still the
But
same
what
thing.
we are saying,
Okay.
here, you understand?
Yes.
Since the system is not producing, it's not yielding the desired result.
Results.
You understand? What's the essence of it?
So-
What's the essence of it?
All right,
No,
I want
very
to.
nice.
I want wait. I want to ask this question. Do you know that even if we are saying NYSC is not relevant, and even if the government should take it one side, like Mr. Shoko said earlier, we still have people that even if better options are being brought out, they won't do the right thing.
They will still complain.
That is
Yes,
human nature.
like that.
Humans are always
That is
human.
what-
But we are talking about the majority. No, we're talking about the majority
Can
here.
you say that NYSC is not
do you
relevant?
know
How many people have you met with that is
Wait,
that
I am
NYSC is not
coming.
relevant?
If you talk about
Let's-
NYSC, everybody will just what they think about first is that salary,
No,
that allowance.
forget the
They don't
allowance.
think about
Okay,
anything.
okay.
They don't think about
Okay,
anything. They're just going there to get their own
All
share.
right, all right.
That's what they're
most
doing.
of the countries that develop,
Yes.
most of the countries that develop, this is the way they start. You're getting what I'm saying? Everybody cannot just wake up overnight
Yeah.
and become what the government want him to be. You're getting it? But something should be done. Let's start somewhere. That is why he said, if this thing is kept aside, instead of organizing NYSC, gather few group of people that have like mind.
It's just-
Immediately
I'm not
after your
talking
university.
I'm not talking NYSC.
Should
You
you
getting
remember
it?
the shop?
So when people like that are gathered
Okay.
and trained, you getting what I'm saying? We are beginning to get into industrialization. Any nation that is not industrialized, the youth will remain unemployed.
What if the youth refuse to be employed?
No, they can never be. They can never be employed. If all
They can never refuse. When the
everything is
necessary
available
mechanisms
for
are put
them,
on ground,
they can't.
What if the
please,
youth
let me
refuse
just
to be
chip in.
employed?
when necessary mechanisms
just
are
chip
put
in
on ground, the
something.
youth
They
don't
will
have
still
options.
complain.
Let's hear from
Let me
you.
just chip in something.
Yes.
Do you know one problem about we as citizens is we believe that everything should be done by
By
government.
the government.
Every bad thing is the government's fault. If someone should do this, it's the government's fault. Knowing that it was an individual act. Imagine this thing, a Yahoo boy, a kidnapper, everything is blamed on the government.
Why the
Meanwhile, we
constitution?
tend to forget it when you talk to say it's because of the high rate of
When you
unemployment
pay your
in
tax,
the society
when you pay your
and
tax,
the
why
rest.
do you
But
pay your
that's
tax?
the
Why?
youth- the
Because
youth-
You
the
pay your
youth
tax so that your roads
the
should be
youth that
fixed.
are bringing
You
that
pay your-
does that
No,
mean
wait.
you that are
Why
saying
do you
all
pay
the
your
youth
tax
that
to
are
the
not
government?
Do you know why the
so
government
big,
make
that's all, yeah.
rules and laws? We know why. The government know that we are bound to break those laws.
Yes.
Of course.
You getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we are humans. Just
Yes.
coming to what you are saying.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now the basic thing to do is to try. When you try, it did not work.
You try
You build on it.
Now
It's not
you
just
said
for the
you
NYSC.
said
No.
you said the youth.
No, the NYSC have been there for 50 something years and it's not yielding
So
any
now,
result.
ever
Are
since
we not-
the
are we not
NYSC
growing?
is
Something yes,
Are we not growing as a nation?
Wait,
Are we
to
not growing as a
answer his
nation?
questions, he said the NYC has not achieved anything for 50 something.
We are not saying
Have you
anything.
made
We don't
do you have
say
anything.
evidence?
It's
We
not
are not
yielding-
saying
it's not
anything.
yielding
It's not
the
yielding-
desired
The
result.
result.
Okay. Do you have evidence to this?
Yes.
Let's
Okay.
Look at
evidence.
Can you
number
state it
one.
out?
Number one. Look at the rate of unemployment. Considering the level of skill
Accusation.
acquired,
Yes.
skills
Is that-
acquired by
is that
the
the fault of
NYSC.
the government?
Because of
Wait
the
now.
government.
The government
now.
provided the
I am
skills. They
coming.
make use
I
of
am
it.
coming. Number 2 point. Look at corruption. The same youth that were trained in the youth service camp to go and make a difference. Most of them are in the offices. They are the corrupt.
And
How will-
is it
They
all
are
government
involving into
siphonning
this
the
corruption.
NYSC
We are involving
it
it.
all boils down
No,
to
we
your
are
own
talking-
mentality.
we are
your own
talking about the
decision.
perception. The
How
perception
will
of
somebody
this NYSC.
study physics
Mhm.
and be working in the bank.
And that's why you
You
can
be versatile.
yes.
You're
You don't
versatile.
have to focus on one place. You don't your
No,
focus
you
shouldn't be
said
in one
something.
place.
Let me just. I think I'll try to end my points here. You said something that the youth expect the government to do everything for them.
Yes.
Yes, I will support that motion because now, when you pay your tax, why do you pay your tax? You pay your tax for who? To the government. Why? For your roads to be fixed, for electricity. If you pay, you expect them to do all that.
Because
And
they're
if
the
they do
master
not do
planners.
that,
They are the
then you
master
can hold them.
planners. Yes.
So yes, I would expect the government to do everything for me
But it's
because
just like
I
your
have
parents-
paid
your
for
parents
them.
don't do
Let me
everything for
cite
you
an
also.
example. Your parent gave birth to me.
Mhm.
From nursery, from to primary, secondary, higher institution, and you still expect them that after you get married, they should still continue everything.
That is it.
At that moment, once you are 18 in Nigerian law,
You are an
can be on
adult.
your own. You are an adult.
Now you
You
are
know-
taking
you
that
know,
as
I'm coming.
family.
I'm
No, no,
coming.
no, no.
Nigeria,
If we say
you
they
can't
train
join
you.
those two. You can't. No.
Remember, she said
no,
they
we have
train
to
her
balance
from
it.
primary, secondary to tertiary.
It's the
Are
same
you
thing with
training? No, she
NYSC.
said training.
Training.
Are you getting what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's the same thing with the
When
NYSC.
when you were in the NYSC, they train you upon all these skills
Training.
we are talking about.
Oh,
You
this is
understand? They
beautiful.
leave you and you are nothing.
It is
But
because
you know
if you
what?
don't get
What we are
it.
saying?
Yes.
It
You
is
Yes.
because
understand?
it's not built on. If you are built on it,
But do you know why you guys are centered on this? It's because okay, after your side classes and your skill acquisition, you didn't make any use of it.
that is it.
And now you try to generalize everything.
No,
It's
we
not
are
generalization.
we are not
This thing is in
We have
public.
laws
No,
that
We are
they-
not
it is in public. No,
generalizing.
people know
We
these
are not
things.
So many people you
People
will say
know
you
these
have
things.
it
We
is
are not
it is
generalizing.
based
People
on
know
personal-
these things. This thing is
Look at
based on
look at
personal-
let's no
There are
no
statistics to
I'm
prove all
coming.
this.
Let me
investigation
prove
of people.
let me prove
No.
to you to know that we are not exaggerating. Are you getting what I'm saying?
After Mr. Simon,
Look at the
will-
high level of unemployment. That's the answer to your question.
Thank you.
That's
is
it's
not
the
the fault-
big fault of the
Okay,
government.
the
now-
youth tend to wait for white collar jobs.
It's not the
That is the issue.
create
Like,
the
that is the
avenue,
issue.
create the avenue for me for the
Okay.
listen.
You
Look at
said-
look at
People that want to
insecurity.
go
Look
into
at
farming. How many
insecurity.
youths that want to go into farming?
Look at the insecurity. How many people are able to go to farm?
And that is why we
Are
say the
you getting what
government
I'm
has
saying?
come into that.
Look at the government policies, double taxation on everything.
The
How
government has
how
come
do you
into
think
that.
you are going to even function
They
effectively?
can come
They
into
should
that.
create. That is why we said let this NYSC thing stay one side.
They can
Let
come
them
side.
think of something,
Yes.
something, you
Something that will be
understand?
beneficial
that will
to
match the
everybody.
21st century. You
Yes.
understand? That will match the
But the
21st
time
century.
override
You
all
get
the
it?
challenges.
Every offices have its ups and downs.
That is it.
So it's
Yeah.
not just
But this
NYSC
one, the
alone.
down is more
It's
than
a
the
lie.
up.
No. It might
End
have
of
many
discussion.
challenges, but the challenges, no. The benefits
Okay,
override the
okay, okay,
No.
okay. Let me
I
say this. Let me say
stand
this, okay?
I stand on that.
At the end of this whole thing, we just want to get our views on it, okay? We want to know what our thoughts are. It seems Mr. Shogo and Mr. Simon are saying it's irrelevant, while Miss Kate and Mrs. Abike are saying it's relevant.
Very.
Anyways, let me say this, okay? We are just saying it, but and we are hoping to see changes, okay? Mr. Shogo wants it to be completely scrapped.
Not
It might not
completely
work. No. I'm just giving an
scrapped,
instance,
but-
okay? I'm just giving an instance. But what I want us to do is this. As youth, this is not just for my guests, youth out there. In as much as we want government to do something, we should also rise up and do something for ourselves. I don't know if you understand. If government want to do something, maybe trying to do what Mr. Shogo said, and we still have other ones that constitute nuisance in our society, I don't think it will work. We have to support them for them to do the needful. I don't know if you understand me. So I'm talking about the skills that we acquire and stuff like that, relaxing on the government for everything. If you are focused and you learn those skills that you are being taught, I guess you would do well even without the government giving you anything. Though it's not a bad idea for the government to support the youth with something. I understand you. I'm just giving an instance. I'm trying to like chip in something. So I really appreciate each and every one of you for this wonderful insights. It was awesome, even though the bass boost was there, but I really enjoyed myself. So please don't forget to share your thoughts. Don't forget to say one or two things about this. What are your thoughts? Are you also saying it's irrelevant, or you're saying it's relevant? We're looking forward to hearing your thoughts on our comment section. I remain the Davis, and on Lavarita, we are saying
Lavarita TV is a special TV. Lavarita TV is the best of all. Educating you, entertaining you, presenting to you reality shows, accurate news. We speak the truth always. We speak the truth. Lavarita TV is a special TV.